wako uchitimima kana Jesu semotalo wako uchitimima kana Jesu.
Right, 14 November 2021, and today we decided to start off with a tribute to one of the most well-known spokespersons for a political party in Zimbabwe, SK Moyo, who passed away today. And this is very, very sad. Our adults are passing on without us getting much from them. So we're not getting any. They're not leaving us the information that we need to proceed. And I almost feel like most of us have to figure it out as we go. How are you, Mr. Panganai Mhlanga?
It's a sombre Sunday, to tell you the truth. Just had the news just now. It's sombre.
Okay. No, to me, what's really sad for me is I think young Zimbabweans are not yet ready to take over from the current generation, and things are happening so fast. We might end up getting to a point where most of the youngsters are left thinking that they know and understand Zimbabwe, but they actually don't.
Yeah, you know what? I do have to apologize for the poor quality on the video on my side. It's just a technicality issue that is happening. But anyway, like you said, the youngsters, our challenge right now is we know that the youth are the future of Zimbabwe, but the problem is we are so aggressive towards our leaders, also people like SK Moyo and also ED and also Mugabe. We are too aggressive towards them, and we have never thought to think about what we can learn from them. We're just aggressive. We think that because when people say that we are the future, we simply think that we can do without them. So that's the challenge with us as youngsters. So if we can erase that mentality from our minds and also work with our elders, there's a lot to learn. Sorry, pardon for the poor video quality. I can see that, but it's a technical issue, but the show has to go on.
Okay, fantastic. Let's quickly wrap this up. It's a Sunday and everyone wants to sleep. So yeah. I want us to look at the announcement last week. It was viral on social media everywhere. People who are in cryptocurrency were extremely excited about the possibility of a cryptocurrency in Zimbabwe. If you go to any crypto exchange or website related, this was the main story last week, that Zimbabwe is introducing a cryptocurrency. And then the Minister of Information came out to deny the story. So let me quickly play what she said last week.
Government is not considering introducing another currency. Government would like to assure the nation that it is not considering introducing another currency in the economy as reported in the media. Our local currency is the Zimbabwe dollar and not cryptocurrency. Like most countries in the world, the government of Zimbabwe, through its financial technology fintech group, is studying central banking digital currency, CBDC, as opposed to cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, or any form of derivatives.
Right, what is wrong with that picture? Why is this statement coming from the Minister of Information and not coming from the Reserve Bank or from the Minister of Finance?
Yeah, I believe it is the Minister of Information that is responsible for divulging such information. It could have come out from the Reserve Bank or anybody else as the speculation for us to use the cryptocurrency. But if I look at it in a different perspective, it's actually it's something that the government of Zimbabwe is actually looking into, so that you cannot deny something that has not been talked about. So that's what is happening from the Ministry of Information there. So it has been talked about, and it has been reported in some sectors of the social media and also stuff like that we might go cryptocurrency.
Okay, what problem is the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe trying to solve with the new cryptocurrency?
Oh, there's a lot, because I think for us to understand what cryptocurrency is we have to understand what money is, because technically money is just basically an agreed medium of exchange. And cryptocurrency, you realize that the definition of money is actually changed, and it actually says that it is any item or variable record that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services. So the variable record, that term actually, that is now the new definition of what money is. The variable record on its own, it's actually caters for cryptocurrency, variable record, because cryptocurrency is based on digital assets. And I don't think maybe we want to go into detail with regards to what cryptocurrency is, but that is what is going on here.
Okay, now let's go to what has happened recently. El Salvador, they've introduced Bitcoin as their currency, right?
Yes.
So that is the first country in the world.
Yes.
Nigeria has introduced the e-naira in the past 2 months.
Can you give me a second, please? A second.
Okay, it's fine. Let me give you a second. It's all right. Let me give you a break to sort that out. Sorry about that. I hope that is sorted.
Yeah, it is sorted. Sorry about that. That's my daughter crying, and just something else for this.
No, you should actually bring it on the screen. It's all good.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Right. So what I was saying is, El Salvador, they have introduced a currency. Bitcoin is their currency. Nigeria have introduced a central bank digital currency, the e-naira, which is working now. It's equivalent to the naira. And South Africa, in the past 2 months, they have banned the use of credit cards and debit cards to buy cryptocurrency from foreign exchanges. So you can only buy from the local exchanges. Do you think the Reserve Banks, they understand what cryptocurrency is? What are the threats there, especially for Zimbabwe, of cryptocurrency?
I believe they actually know what cryptocurrency is. When we talk about cryptocurrency, I think we need to separate. I think maybe people actually just use the word Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. There are a lot of cryptocurrencies out there. Right? And for me, cryptocurrency, it's you are basically taking out the banking sector from the whole equation, because it is not actually officially regulated within the banking sector. So the banks, like what you say, that the Nigerians have come up with a bank that regulates. They just want to be relevant, because remember, we are living in a fourth industrial revolution, which is all about technology, and this is technology with the cryptocurrency.
Okay.
I wish
where does this leave EcoCash? Because in Zimbabwe, EcoCash is basically the de facto currency.
It is actually another form of cryptocurrency, but we never recognize it as a cryptocurrency as well, EcoCash. But actually, in actual fact, EcoCash is a form of cryptocurrency, but the way it's only about Zimbabwe. But when we talk about cryptocurrencies like bitcoins, right, it's about all over the world, whereby the transactions are determined by everybody all over the world, whereby when you generate a transaction, it is recorded in a ledger, which if anybody has got a Bitcoin, it is continuously updated. So cryptocurrency, for me, I see it as a more practical. That's what I want to say. More practical when it comes to determining the world economy, because it will be based on the world economy. It is not based on Zimbabwe only. So when you look at EcoCash, EcoCash is only based on Zimbabwe, but it's a cryptocurrency, but it's just about Zimbabwe only. But when we talk about Bitcoins, it is about the whole world, whereby millions and millions of people who have got these ledgers that are constantly and lively updated when you create a transaction. And when you create a transaction, you have got the same ledger at a certain point, at a certain time, certain seconds. So that's how cryptocurrencies work. But with EcoCash, it's about Zimbabwe only. But it's
okay. But are we not going to a point where, if the government introduces their central bank digital currency, they are moving towards the banning of Econet as it is right now, the way it is functioning as a de facto currency?
If they introduce cryptocurrency in Zimbabwe, they are not only going to affect EcoCash, actually. They're going to affect even the banks in Zimbabwe, because cryptocurrencies will affect banks. Because the idea is you take your money from the bank and you buy a Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency. Remember, I sent you I promised to pay the bearer on demand. So what it means is we have never seen this happening before, whereby you actually go to the bank and ask the bank to pay me for the money that I've deposited. So we are taking money from the bank and investing into cryptocurrency. So you find that in future that the banks will become irrelevant. That's why you see that the Nigerians have actually come up with a bank that manages cryptocurrencies, because they are moving with times.
Okay, I think we need to go a bit deeper on EcoCash, because my belief is that more than 90% of Zimbabwe's liquid cash right now is sitting on EcoCash balances. EcoCash is charging for each transaction. They are taking away a charge.
Exactly.
And I don't think the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe has a visibility of what is happening within the EcoCash system. So if this was to be introduced, I do not think the two can coexist. A central bank digital currency and EcoCash, one of them has to fall away.
Obviously. The greater one would always have an upper hand, like cryptocurrency. It will have an upper hand. And also looking at EcoCash and Econet, they're just taking people for granted, taking an advantage of a system that is going on there. Those charges, technically speaking, they're just too exorbitant. And the RBZ of Zimbabwe has got no control over that. That's the problem.
Okay, now let's quickly go to the situation in Miami. I think we had a look at Miami Coin, right?
Yes.
Miami has created their own coin which is not controlled by the United States government.
Yes.
And they have brought in investors in
Yes.
the cryptocurrency space. Last week, there was that big announcement. Do you think the Zimbabwe government and private players in Zimbabwe are capable of innovating in this space? For example, Econet, instead of just sitting with EcoCash, which does not have a ledger, because that is the problem. They can create money there which you don't even know about.
Yes.
Is it not time that Econet starts creating a crypto coin instead of sitting around with this, whatever they're doing now, which I think could become a very big problem in the future?
Now, cryptocurrency is very much complicated. I don't think Econet can actually do it. Because you see, even Bitcoin itself is operating under a pseudonym, right? Which is Satoshi Nakamoto, right? The Japanese guy. But it's a pseudonym. But nobody knows who actually created what? The cryptocurrency. So for Econet to come up with their own cryptocurrency, I think we have seen Elon Musk pulling out from cryptocurrency, and it actually made so much impact in terms of the value of the cryptocurrency. So for Econet to come up with their own cryptocurrency, it has to be worldwide, because it's about transactions and these ledgers and these blockchains. I think maybe at some point we need to go into detail with regards to what is a blockchain and how it works, and these ledgers actually, because with the cryptocurrency is, like I explained before, when I've got a transaction, if I've got a ledger, if you, pardon, have got a ledger, we do have the same ledger, me and you. So it's more encrypted. That's why cryptocurrency, because it's all about encryption. And it's too complicated. I don't think Econet can be able to pull it out, unless if they want to go worldwide.
Yeah, but there was a guy, I think, I can't remember this guy. He came to the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe about 2 years before the 2018 elections. And he brought some people who wanted to create a coin for Harare City Council. I don't know if you remember this from way back. I think it was Mark Toshumba, if I'm not mistaken. He brought investors to Zimbabwe who wanted to create a coin, a crypto coin for Harare City Council, basically. So a coin would work, because at the moment the problem that we have is the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe basically doesn't know why there's so much cash flowing around in the economy, because of the lack of a ledger. The transactions that are taking place in EcoCash are not verified. That's why they're having so much problems with it. Is that not where they need to start? Starting with a smaller coin, let's say a coin for Harare City Council, a coin for government employees, and take it from there.
The problem is actually defining the value of that coin. You see, the problem is our Zimbabwean currency. Why? Sorry to divert a little bit on that issue. Is the reason why Zimbabwe might be considering cryptocurrency is because our black market is determining the value of the money that we are using within our own country area. So we have defined ourselves as Zimbabweans, and we want to use, like what you said, a municipality wanted to come up with a coin, but you're only defining that coin as the legal form of transaction within that area, right? Which is not determined by the market forces, which is demand and supply. But with cryptocurrency, we are looking at the world economy, and this is what defines cryptocurrency. So when you have got other people who have got other ideas and problems in their mind, they will determine the value of that coin. So with cryptocurrency, there is no exchange rate. So if we're exchanging that coin, it should be 1:1.
Okay, can the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe pull it off? Do you think the fintech group, which Minister of Information, Monica Mhlanga mentioned, are serious. Is the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe not our problem at the moment?
I need to give them respect to think about it, because it actually makes sense, because the whole idea is to solve the issue with regards to black market in Zimbabwe. That is the whole idea, because right now our rates are determined either the Zim dollar and the United States of America dollar. So with cryptocurrency, there is no room for that. And with cryptocurrency, actually, to another extent, we can actually bypass the issues of sanctions, because you can buy anything using cryptocurrency with no regulations whatsoever, because it's not regulated by anybody. It's cryptocurrency. If somebody is accepting a Bitcoin, they will take it. If you want to trade with Iran or anybody, if you want to buy oil from anybody all over the world, you can do that without being regulated by the World Bank and stuff like that. Because once you do those transactions, some of them are being rejected by these World banks, these big corporations. At the end of the day, you realize that sanctions are playing an effect on Zimbabwe. So when you go cryptocurrency, you can buy anything from anybody who is actually willing to accept the crypto, because it's not regulated by anybody. To tell you the truth, nobody regulates it.
Okay, so I think let's wrap this up. And I wanted to talk to Trinity Ndlovu there from Zimbokesh. I don't know if Trinity can join us here. Otherwise, if he's not able to join, we'll just close this up, because he's saying they've got a crypto in Zimbabwe called Zimbokesh, and I've not used it. I would have wanted to know what his customers are, who is using the Zimbokesh, and what is its value, what is the future on the Zimbokesh. The only concern I have is that most times the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe is in the background. They are not leading. So a conversation like this, it came out everywhere, all over the world, where crypto is being discussed. But the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe is sitting back. The Minister of Finance is sitting back. We ended up hearing this on 14 minutes of a 15 minutes statement by the Minister of Information. I think our RBZ guys, they need to have a proper research group for this kind of thing and employ Zimbabweans who know what they're doing in this space. Because I know that they tried to ban Bitcoin in Zimbabwe, trading Bitcoin in Zimbabwe some time back.
Yeah.
So I don't know, is this an innovation issue? Is it a technology issue? Or is it a policy issue? What do you think?
It's all of them. Technology, innovation, and policy at the same time. So you need to fix those things before you can actually introduce cryptocurrency in Zimbabwe. That's the challenge, because when you look at Zimbabwe itself right now, the challenge is technology and also data. You cannot actually connect with people in Zimbabwe, so they need to fix the rates on data. And because cryptocurrency is actually relying on these things, which is technology, so as much as our technology is still behind, implementing it can be done actually in a different way, but it will still make sure that the banks are relevant. But the whole idea is to make sure that the banks are not relevant at all. Is to take out the idea of exchange rates, like I said, because the banks determine these things on the market. So we need to fix the technology and also make sure that all the people that are in the rural areas actually understand this. This is a bit complicated for a lot of Zimbabweans, but it can be done if it can be done in a different way to cater for everybody with regards to what is our current situation.
Okay, so let's summarize this and wrap this up. The Minister of Information has denied that they want to introduce a cryptocurrency, but the news is widespread. It's all over the internet. Something is happening behind the scenes. And then the Reserve Bank and the Minister of Finance, very quiet, they didn't say anything about it. And you are saying it's possibly a technology, an innovation, and a policy issue. So it's going to be a long-term issue that we need to look at here. But
yes,
everyone is agreed that if we were to adopt Bitcoin in Zimbabwe, it will solve the sanctions issue immediately.
Yes, it will definitely, because we are not being regulated in terms of we are going to be transacting with, because there's no regulation. We do not go through the formal process of payments. With cryptocurrency, there's no formal process of payments. If you want to buy oil, if you want to buy anything, you can just do it. If they want 500 Bitcoins, you just give them 500 Bitcoins and they give you what you want. That's how it works. But without the formal system that we have right now, we cannot do that, because the sanctions will take effect. This says reject the transaction that is coming from Zimbabwe for the request for the payment of fuel that they are requesting there.
Okay, very interesting. And I hope that the Zimbocash guys, the Zimbocash guys, I want you to get in touch with me. Let's have a call during the week. I certainly don't think the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe is the place where innovation can take place, similar to the South African Reserve Bank here. The guys are so behind. This must be a private sector initiative. Because if you look here in South Africa, there's an ATM for Bitcoin where you can go and withdraw Bitcoin in cash, in rands. In Zimbabwe, I think that happened, and then they banned the ATM. So this interesting aspect of our economy is I don't think it's being properly handled by the regulators. I don't think they understand Bitcoin and how it works and cryptocurrencies, even blockchain. I don't think, if they're talking of a central bank digital currency, I'm sure they'll even struggle with that. The way that the Reserve Bank has been quiet about this issue, about this big story that came out all over the internet. Yes. Is there anything else you want to say before we close?
I just want to comment on the last one that you said, like you've got an ATM that actually withdraws money from Bitcoins. So basically what the bank is doing is transacting from Bitcoin to cash to make the bank relevant. So the things that with Bitcoin, for it to properly work, is there's no bank at all. So you need to have things like online trading and stuff like that, all those transactions being done online, whereby you exchange Bitcoins on the rate is 1:1. So if you do not put up those systems, if we do not move along those lines as a government, as the people, then the Bitcoin won't work, because we'll still have banks controlling us. Because when you transact from the bank, from a Bitcoin, they charge you interest, they charge you bank charges. But with cryptocurrency, there's nothing like that. It's 1:1, and it ends there. There is some charges, but they're very minimal. So there's that when you bring the bank into this whole perspective, they're just trying to be relevant when they come up with these ATMs. They're just to be relevant because they are going out of the system with this cryptocurrency. To tell you the truth, it's something else. It's some very interesting, and for the future, this is where we are going, and there's no doubt about it. Banks will be irrelevant with cryptocurrency.
Yes, but I think in Zimbabwe specifically, I want to emphasize that the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, EcoCash, they are going to be the biggest losers in this game if they don't wake up. People are just going to bypass them. There's Luno here. Luno in South Africa is allowing Zimbabweans to buy Bitcoin. And all that money is, the charges are going to a South African company. Luno added 1 million customers within the past 6 months. And all that money, Zimbabwe is getting nothing out of it. I don't think these guys understand how important this thing is, and the speed at which they're walking and the direction in which they're walking. I don't think that is the right direction.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. But this is the new banking order, the banking, the way of banking in the world. But the problem is the agents like Luno coming between you and Bitcoins, whereby you can simply buy Bitcoin directly, but you must have an agent and stuff like that. So they have become the the mediator between you and Bitcoin. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. But the whole objective of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency when it started, it had nothing to do with any bank. So they're just agents, like they're just agents. They've got no control of the cryptocurrency. It's determined by the world economy, and that's how it works.
Okay, I hope that there's a cryptocurrency focus group in Zimbabwe. If the guys are there, if you are doing cryptocurrency as a focus group, just WhatsApp me. We need to talk about this more. According to estimates, by 2023, Bitcoin is going to grow by 10 times between now and 2023 when its adoption grows. And also the amount of Bitcoins is limited. So they're going to have to split it even more between now and 2023. So if you're watching here and you've got a little bit of money, put it in Bitcoins. You can multiply it by 10 times in the next 3 years.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Panganai Mhlanga. I'm so sorry about the sound issues and the technical issues. Let's wrap this up. Is there anything else, or should we just close for today?
Oh, basically, this is our future. If we do not adopt technology, right, we are not going anywhere. We're not going to develop Zimbabwe. So this is the future of the world. Cryptocurrency is coming, and I think you've seen how it has risen above that, because the technology is advancing and we are living in the 4th industrial revolution, which is all about technology, and cryptocurrency is technology. That's it is what it is. Yeah.
What I like is that it beats sanctions. If it's gonna beat sanctions, I like it. Let's do it.
No, you cannot regulate anybody from trading with anybody when you with Bitcoin, because you have got no control on cryptocurrency. Any country.
Yeah, so they should leave this central bank digital currency and take Bitcoin as a currency for Zimbabwe. That is the solution.
That will be a solution. But there are a lot of things that we need to fix. Like I said, technology, right? Social issues that we need to fix. But technology is the most important thing. We need to make sure that people have got access to technology to access their cryptocurrency. Because I can buy anything all over the world from anybody using Bitcoins. Of course, it has got its own disadvantages as well, but I think you have seen that it has actually evolved and become more secure than when it started.
Okay, so much interest in this topic from a lot of guys. I wish we could have a proper discussion. So as I said, if you've got a focus group on Bitcoin, on cryptocurrency, WhatsApp me on this number. We can make a plan. We want to make a lot of people rich here, but not these people that come to you and say, I'll take your Bitcoin and mine it, and those are scams. So don't go for the scams. We're talking here about proper Bitcoin, buying proper Bitcoin for yourself.
Maybe at some point I'll explain how actually Bitcoin mining actually works, like cryptocurrency mining actually works at some point. I'll give details to that, but I would need people with open minds to actually understand how it actually works. It's very simple actually, right? Because it's all about introducing cryptocurrency into the system and people mine it and get rewards. It's all about getting rewards from the currency that has been introduced. Like when we look at our fiscal policy in Zimbabwe, if you want to introduce money into the fiscus, you can do that through the cryptocurrency. Then people who can mine will get rewards to make sure that all these ledgers that I was talking about, all these millions of ledgers, actually are consistent with each other. That's how mining. But this is just basic. But at some point, we can go through the whole mining process, how it actually works, and what type of system and what type of computer and what type of technology that you're going to need. But it's becoming irrelevant because it's advancing, because there was a lot of things that happened with regards to mining and actually expose cryptocurrency to fraudulent activities. I think you've seen some other cryptocurrencies falling out, which were fraudulent. Yeah.
Correct. Thank you very much, Mr. Panganai Mhlanga, and good night to everybody.
Government is not considering introducing another currency. Government would like to assure the nation that it is not considering introducing another currency in the economy as reported in the media. Our local currency is the Zimbabwe dollar and not cryptocurrency. Like most countries in the world, the government of Zimbabwe, through its financial technology fintech group, is studying central banking digital currency, CBDC, as opposed to cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, or any form of derivatives.
Makanaka